Your mother had you when she was an adult, and you're a fucking loser, and she is. You came from a loser.
This is why I tell people to leave people the fuck alone. Your mom is at home, probably trying to take a nap or something. It's been a long day. She's trying to rest. Maybe make dinner. I don't know what she's doing, but she's trying to chillax, right? She's had a very long, stressful life, right? And now she's just getting dragged on the internet. And she's probably sneezing. And she don't know why she can't stop sneezing, because you are on the internet, right? Her offspring. This biological term, sometimes they send me rolling. Offspring. If only this offspring. Sometimes this word just like swallow it. Like when you type it, take a moment, pause, read it, contemplate on it. Should I? You understand? Like, and delete. Hey guys, happy new year. Ooh, okay. I just want to confirm that my button hasn't popped, because it tends to do that, this particular outfit. Oh my god, my nose is running. Yeah, the weather over here, dry, dusty, does that to you. Anyways, how have you guys been? How was the holidays? I hope you guys have been amazing. It's been a while since we last saw each other, and I've not posted a video in like a month now. Yeah, so much has been happening. For one, YouTube has been on my behind. I have been getting strikes and warnings left, right, center, just getting thrown at me. It's been insane. I have literally been fighting for my life on this platform. It's been crazy. It's as if these people have like a personal issue with me at this point. But anyways, right now I can come back, so yay. Anyways, it's 2025 and I'm so excited to be back. So today's video, I thought I should open the year with something different from what I usually do, which, by the way, I'm going to be incorporating, some difference to my content. No, you need not worry. I'm not like changing my content on here entirely. It's still going to remain the same. I'm just going to be incorporating, some level of difference to it. I'm an opinionated person, right? And there are certain things that I come by on the internet, certain stories or whatever that I want to lend my voice to that I have not been able to before in the past, because I'm like, oh, would that really fit with what I do on here? Well, it's 2025 and I'm like, wait, why not? Like, if I have something in my mind that I feel like I want to put out there, I should be able to do it, right? I thought I should not be limiting myself, if you guys get what I mean. We only live once. Why like put yourself in a bubble, you get, right? So moving forward, we're going to be doing that, which is something that I've already been doing in a way, kind of, on the channel that I have with my partner in crime. For those of you who don't know, I have a second channel. This channel is called Ivie and Who. I make content on there with my partner in crime, like I said earlier, and we talk about like random things that interest us, right? So that's that. You can check us out if you want to, link down below in the description. But back to today's video. I thought I should start off this year with something, I don't know, spicy. I thought I should start with a little bit of if you get what I mean, right? And I think I found the perfect video for that, which we're going to be looking at today. It's a video I saw late last year, December, if I'm not mistaken. And watching that video, I was like, wow. Energy. It's a video from a lady on TikTok, very beautiful lady, I must add. Very intelligent, so I admire her a lot. Whenever TikTok recommend her content to me, I watch all the way through. So this particular day, I think she was on live. Someone tried to come at her for having a baby when she was 14, and her comeback was, oh my goodness, I think it's just going to be better for you to see it for yourself, because there is no word to describe it. Like, how can I possibly, I just have to show you, right? So I want to start this year's content with some energy, like I said, and I think this is the perfect video. So let's get into it.
You're so smart, but you had a child at 14. Yes. I'm smart now at 45. I wasn't smart at 14. Are you a fucking idiot?
The got you moment that person wanted to be, oh, why were you not smart at 14? Because she was 14. Thinking back on when I was 14, I was dumb as fuck. Because I I was 14, being 14, as I would imagine, you know, most 14-year-old would be. And this is no shade or insult to 14-year-old, because of course, like, you know, you are young. At 14, you are young. There's a lot of things you don't know, a lot of experiences you don't have. So, you know, you make a lot of mistakes, right?
I wasn't smart 30 years ago. I was literally 14 years old. Yes.
I like videos like this. Why? Because it really does teaches people to know that it's not everybody that you can mess with. There are some people that you come by on the internet, maybe, you know, on a live, and of course people are always messy during lives, especially on TikTok, well, everywhere, but you know, TikTok, the trolls are crazy on there. That's, you know, all I'm going to say. And people think they can just like say anything to you. And because you are active on the internet making content, some of them expect you to now be the bigger person and not clap back or come for them and defend yourself. I'm like, no, if you come for someone, they have every right to defend themselves regardless of who they are, whether they make content or not. And I keep telling people, you know, I've said it a few times, that like we really have to be careful on the internet, because it's not everybody that you can mess with. It's not everybody that you are going to say something to that you're just going to let you get away with it. Some people are going to come for you, some verbally, some might even go as far as to come for you like physically, because like we really don't know who is who these days, especially on the internet, when, you know, it's just a screen. People get very bold and think that they are invisible, right, that they can see anything, but you don't know sometimes who you are talking to. You don't know who's behind them, who's possibly behind them. You don't know what they are really about, except for what they show you, right? So I always encourage people to be careful. It's crazy that this is something that you have to tell people, but I encourage people to be careful. Maybe not be mean on the internet, maybe not be a troll, right? Because you really don't know. And it's very sacrosanct that you be careful with what you say to people on the internet, not just only for your own safety, but also like, where's humanity? You understand? Like, words have power and they can hurt people. Can we have like human compassion and be understanding? It really is important as the evolved species that we say we are. Can we act evolved? Like, do you guys get what I mean? Some people really have like, you know, they're quick with the mouth and they'll be able to give you back to back. Others maybe not so much, others may not care, but there are people who really might scare. I just think it's crazy how some people think that because they are behind a screen on their keypads or whatever, they can type away and there won't be like any consequences. Yeah, there are times where they won't be, but there are other times where they might be, right? Consequences ranging from you getting cost that. That's one, and then there are consequences sometimes of people actually taking the length to go look for you, which not that I'm encouraging behaviors like that, but when you are bold on the internet and you think you can just come at people and be disrespectful and hateful, I can't say that I would feel sorry for you when the consequences come knocking at your doorstep. Am I encouraging that kind of behavior for people who have done it? No. But what I'm saying is, maybe if you didn't run your mouth in comment sections, maybe if you just be a nice person, a decent human being, that would not have happened to you. So that's all I'm saying. Personally, I would not take that kind of action, but there are people who would. So it's 2025. Let's be guided. This video reminded me of a video I did a couple of months ago, where this Asian lady thought that she could come at this lady on TikTok, this black lady on TikTok, message her being very disrespectful, very racist towards her, said all sorts of crazy things, right? And this lady came at her and read her for fields, and that video was very interesting, by the way. If you want to check it out, it's linked down below in the comment section. But back to this video.
I didn't have any more kids, right? I didn't have any more kids because I learned from that lesson. How many kids do you have? Why do you grown-ass still have kids from men who don't want you?
It's about to get very bumpy, so have your seatbelt on, because from now henceforth she really went in.
I did at 14 what many women are doing at 35 and 40. right?
You know that saying, better late than never. Not applicable in this situation. Not applicable to this situation, because I mean, the best would be for us to not make any mistakes at all, right? But realistically speaking, that's not possible. We are humans. We make mistakes, especially when we are younger. But back to the specific mistake we're talking about in this video right now, she does have a very valid point. Making that kind of mistake when you are grown, adult, frontal lobe, everything fully developed, it get as it be. I not feel like, let's call it spade a spade.
Save that shit for old bitches who are dumb. Okay? That's not a flex. Oh, you so smart you had a baby at 14. I didn't have the smarts that I have at 45, at 14. Your mother should have aborted you.
Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
This is why it's important to mind what you say to people. Effing mind your business as well while you're minding what you say to people. Very important. Because now they're telling you should not have been here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now your existence is being brought into question. It's on the table. It's being discussed. Because you decided to not be nice on the internet. You decided to think you can be messy on the internet. This particular video reminds me of the motto for last year in Nigeria. Last year, yes, there was a motto in the country, and it was "not grief for anybody this year." If I should translate that to English, it would be like how can I translate that to? I find it very hard. Some people, it's very easy for them to translate pidgin to English, but I find it very hard. Not grief for anybody this year. Let's see. Don't let anyone ride on you. Don't let anyone take you for granted. Don't sell yourself short. I don't know. Please, Nigerians in the comment section, how would you translate not grief for anybody this year in English? Let us know down below in the comment section, because I'm trying here. Not grief for anybody this year. That's what this particular video reminds me of. And it's like very fitting because this video is from like December last year, right? So she was not grieving for this person. She had this person by the throat. Rightfully so.
Because you here harassing me with the nonsense. Right. They try to undermine me. They can't. And my daughter's a doctor 30 years later.
Yeah.
What are you? Your mother had you. What are you? Right? I raised a doctor that I had at 14. What did you raise? What did your mother raise? Are you a fucking loser in life?
Shout out to this woman, for real. Shout out to her. By the way, her name is Rich Red Witch Things on TikTok. I'm going to be tagging her on this video if you want to check her out. Shout out to her and shout out to her daughter. Being able to come back from that, sometimes it's really not about how you start the race, but how you finish it. And she proves that. And I'm not saying that how you start the race is not important, because, come on, it is. But how you start a race might not be a determining factor as to how you are going to end that race, right? Life can deal you messy cards sometimes. Each happens. It's life, right? And yes, the kind of cards life deals you sometimes, and what situation you might find yourself, sometimes shitting situations you might find yourself, of course needs to be highlighted, because it speaks to maybe why certain things happen certain ways for you, but your ability as a person to be able to come back from that, and not wallow in that situation, and not say, oh, this is the end, there's nothing I can do, oh, it's crazy, like, just let yourself remain there. It should be spoken about as well, right? Because there is that opportunity to be able to come back from it.
My kid is probably doing better than you in life. Anything else? You probably got a weak wig on, right? Anything else? I raised the doctor that I had at 14. Is there anything else? No, but I produced a doctor. I'm not a doctor, but I produced one. A lot of y'all come in here talking about, oh, you had a baby at 14, right? And you dumb are having babies at 30s and in your 30s and 40s and don't have it together.
Word.
Yeah, they probably thought it was going to sting. How can it make me sting? See, this is what I was talking about earlier with women and shame. They try to shame you. You can't shame me.
And on a serious note now, even that I think about it, shaming someone, a woman, for having a baby when they were a child, is that something we shouldn't even be doing, especially as adults? Because each happened. This person even talking in the comment section maybe don't even know this woman's story, right? High chance don't know her story, don't know how she came about being pregnant at 14. Because really, coming by someone and you just see them, you don't know their story 100%, and you just think that you should be throwing words at them, especially, you know, shaming words, right? Trying to drag them for something that happened to them when they were a child is insane, because so many crazy things happen in this world. Who knows? I'm not saying I know her story or how she came about being pregnant, but there is that possibility that this person you are talking to maybe got arrow worded. You don't know, right? And maybe during that arrow word that they unfortunately had to experience, that was how they got pregnant. And now you are looking at them not knowing what they've been through, not knowing what their story is about, not knowing their experiences, and you want to shame them for it, calling out something that might be, traumatizing, because you don't know what this person went through, you don't know their story. And this is why, we really need to be bringing in discernment and bringing in maturity and respect and love for one another, and understanding, sympathies. Like it's not that hard, just being decent human beings. Let's do better for real, and maybe think some of the things that we are saying to people through before we say these things to people, because we don't know what damage we could be doing for real. Like, as human beings collectively, let's do better, because this ish isn't cute. And just to be clear, I'm not saying she got arrow worded, because I don't know her story. I don't know how she came about being pregnant. It could have been something she did consensually with another teenager, right? Right now, I'm just speaking more generally in a broader sense, trying to broaden the scope of the conversation a bit, because life is not a one size fits all, right? There are multiple stories out there, different contexts, and these things needs to be highlighted. These different perspectives that exist needs to be acknowledged, thought about sometimes when we are having these conversations. So especially in situations where we don't really know what the details are. But regardless, let us try to be mindful and lean with love, understanding, and compassion moving forward. Another lesson here I feel needs to be highlighted is we are not all perfect, right? We all have something there is some perfection in all of us, right? So that's why I think it's insane for us human beings to be coming at people for their own imperfections when we have ours. I don't know if it's some kind of coping mechanism. I don't the human nature. I don't know why that is built into us. What value that brings. I just don't know. But this desire that some people feel to come for other people and their imperfections. I'm not saying this woman, her having this child is an imperfection. That's what I'm saying, right? I'm saying that we have stuff about us, mistakes we've made, certain things in our lives that one can look at and say, oh, we need to fix this, right? And so we all have that. So for you to come at another person for theirs while you have yours, I think is insane. But I think some people, they do this to make themselves feel better. It's an unfortunate method to make yourself feel better. I don't know why the people who gravitate towards this method do, but there are people who feel that way, and I would always think it's insane, right? I think it's some level of like bullying. It's psychologically, I don't know how else. I think it's some degree of bullying. I don't know how else to put it, right? Well, we know how bullies operate. They target this person. They have something about them. They are maybe their home situation or something about their own life that makes them miserable, right? So they try to come at other people and make them feel miserable, bring them down so they can feel better about themselves. It's a very negative, unproductive way of operating. And I wish at some point humans would evolve and shed this side of us away, because it's not helpful. It's nasty, very, very nasty. And I think I just wish at some point we would veer away from it, because not nice.
Here. You can't shame me. You can't shame me. You had a baby at 16. Your son has a master's degree in accounting. That's right. That's right. She thought she ate. Bitch, I'm pretty. My daughter's successful. And she was born to me when I was 14. Your mother had you when she was an adult, and you're a fucking loser, and she is. You came from a loser.
This is why I tell people to leave people the fuck alone. Your mom is at home, probably trying to take a nap or something. It's been a long day. She's trying to rest. Maybe make dinner. I don't know what she's doing, but she's trying to chillax, right? She's had a very long, stressful life, right? And now she's just getting dragged on the internet. And she's probably sneezing. And she don't know why she can't stop sneezing, because you are on the internet, right? Her offspring. This biological term, sometimes they send me rolling. Offspring. I don't know why. It was funny to me in the moment. But moving on, right? If only this offspring. Sometimes this word just like swallow it. Like when you type it, take a moment, pause, read it, contemplate on it. Should you understand? Like, and delete. All your mom did was bet you, right? She didn't ask for any of this stuff, and now see what is happening. See how she's getting dragged on the internet. And this woman now can't stop sneezing in the kitchen. She thinks it's probably the chili that she's cooking with that's making her sneeze. But no, it's the fact that you are on the internet, and now this woman wants to take a nap, and she's probably just hiccuping non-stop. She can't stop hiccuping, and she's thinking, oh, she needs to go drink water, and it's just like some natural stuff. You know, we humans, we hiccup is normal, right? But that's not a normal hiccup. It's because you're on the internet doing things you are not supposed to be doing, saying things you're not supposed to be saying. Like, if you don't care about yourself, maybe care about your mom. She did not go through 9 months process being pregnant with you, go through the stress of labor, just so you can now start doing crazy stuff on the internet that will make a random stranger just start dragging her and calling her a loser and saying all of this ish, right? And yes, to be frank, I don't really personally agree with situations like this when people drag people's parents for no reason, especially. But this is what you get when you don't keep yourself in one place. I'm not saying yes, like dragging people's parents, it's okay, but I'm saying maybe if you don't want your parents to be dragged, don't be doing stuff that would get them possibly dragged. Like, you understand what I mean? Personally, you would not find me on the internet say anything about any person's mom or saying anything about any person's dad. I would address you personally and leave your parents out of it, because you know there is no need to go that far. But there are people who will, right? And when I come by situations like this, when I see people doing stuff like this, well, I'm like, okay, maybe we should not drag the mom. I'm also like, well, maybe you should not have acted in ways that will get your mom dragged. Like, you understand? So let's just be guided. Let's be guided.
I was screaming, relax. Women think they can shame you for things that they are ashamed of. I'm not ashamed of that. I'm not ashamed of that. You can't shame me for having a kid at 14. You can't shame me. Just think they can shame you because they live their life in shame. Women live in shame. You can't shame me. Right? You can't shame me. Your mother's ashamed of you, and you're ashamed of yourself. That's why you try to shame me. You can't shame me. You wish I was your mother. Maybe your life would have been better. Maybe your life would have been better if I was your mother. But no, you chose that loser bitch to be born from. You came from a loser womb. And you mad at me because I'm not a loser.
The day I'll be able to get my makeup to be looking this clean, it's going to be over for all of you. And I know you are wondering, what does it have to do with us? I don't know. Our makeup is so nice and clean. I like it.
You wish I was your fucking mother. If I was, you wouldn't be a loser online. Yeah. Ask your mother why your life turned out the way that it is. Since she waited to have you as an adult, why are you fucked up? Ask her that. Ask your mother why she didn't know you if she couldn't do right by you. Ask her that. My day was good. It's Friday the 13th, you know. Actually, say, Mom, why am I such a loser if you had me so late in life? The lady online had her daughter at 14 and she's a doctor. Why am I a fucking loser? Go ask that hoe that. Oh, what? Oh, the witching hour. That makes so much sense. You so smart, but you had a baby at 14. I'm 45 now.
45! I wish I looked like this when I'm 45. Oh my goodness. That's one of my wishes. I wish I'll age like my mom. Oh, I wish I can show you guys my mom. I feel very uncomfortable sharing family, friends on the internet. Hence why even when you go on my Instagram, there's nobody there. The only one person I have on there, I cover their face with an emoji. But I wish I could show you guys my mom. She's aging like amazingly. Even after all the stress she's been through, she's aging like fine wine. If you see my mom, you think she's my sister. That's how young she looks.
If I had wisdom at 14, I wouldn't have did a lot of things. But your mother had you as an adult and you're a loser. How do you explain that? Create pages and they come watch me because I'm that fucking girl. I'm that girl. They want so badly to be a part of my world, but they're probably broke, right? Their mother ain't teach them shit, and they're mad every time I teach a woman something because your bum-ass mother didn't teach you anything. And I'm so fine. Your mother failed you, honey. I understand. A lot of women fail their daughters. You're one of them. And you're here with mother, trying to learn the things your mother didn't teach you.
That's the video, guys. I can't wait to hear your thoughts and closing remark. Moral lesson of the story. I don't know. I think I already shared all of that across the video. She did her roast with grace, and I mean, I love roasts, whether it's the classy roast or it's the roast that is has a little bit of more energy to it. I'm so glad to be back. I can't wait to hear you guys' thoughts on this video. On being back, I hope YouTube will let me really be back, because at this point I think they're trying to take my channel away because it's not even funny what they're doing. And I'm wishing you all an amazing year. It's still like the year is still like a blank canvas. I hope we make beautiful paintings this year, reach our goals, even surpass them. That would be amazing. And I wish us all good health, joy, happiness. I don't know about anyone, but personally this video motivated me to want to do better for myself and be better for myself and my society at large. And I really am looking forward to this year because I have big plans. I hope, fingers crossed, I'll be able to make those plans come to fruition, right, without hiccups, because there's a whole lot of hiccups last year. I don't know, last year was crazy, did not go how I wanted. But we have a do-over this year, and I hope that this year will be better for each and every single one of us. I'm sending everyone love. Please be safe out there. And please, I have a backup channel. Please go subscribe to that channel. It's linked down below in the description. It's also pinned on this page. So please go subscribe on there, because I don't know what YouTube is doing with this one. I don't know what their plans are. Hopefully their plans of good, because that's what I want. Plans of good. Even though YouTube really don't be but positivity, yeah. So I hope they have plans of good for me, even though they're after my behind. I'm staying positive. They have good plans for me, plans that are going to favor me. Yeah, I'm staying in Dululu land. And on that note, I want to say a very big thank you for watching this video. Again, happy new year. I would be seeing more of you guys subsequently. Do have an amazing weekend. Until next time, it's bye from Ivie. I'll be catching you in the next one. Bye.